Hi, I'm Shane.
I'm Kelsey, and
That's
is Dixie. And we're Love Hut for Life. We've been living on the road for 21 weeks now in our Truckbed Tinyhouse.
How many days is that?
147.
That's a good number. I like that. This week's been a little different, as it has for most of the country and the world.
Yeah, this global pandemic thing is definitely affecting us, although probably not as much as the rest of the country, honestly. We kind of already live our lives in a way that we social distance naturally.
We do utilize public lands for the most part, so we are able to extreme social distance, and we have been doing so, and we are going to continue to do so. We come off of these public lands about once a week because we do have to get supplies, and they're a little sparse out in the desert.
They are. We did manage to get some traveling in and have accomplished some really big milestones this week. So I hope you guys enjoy watching our week as much as we enjoyed recording it for you. We left you last week in the Mojave Desert right outside of Golden Valley, Arizona, doing one hell of a job at social distancing.
We had no reason to leave, and the news was suggesting the same thing, so we stayed put and took in our surroundings.
The next morning, we were awoken by the neighbors outside. News was pretty grim, but the cows didn't mind, and neither did the donkeys outside.
I decided to take advantage of the sunshine and get a little more work done on our awning. That's a good thing because the next day we were definitely lacking in that sunshine.
The news around the world wasn't getting any better. We did get a good piece of news for the Love Hut this week, though. We've reached the halfway point in both subscribers and watch hours to become YouTube partners. All of that credit goes to you guys. Thank you so much. If you haven't already done so, please hit that subscribe button. And also, guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button on our videos. It lets YouTube know whether or not they should be promoting our videos to people who don't know us.
And please scroll down to the bottom and leave us a comment. It's the only way we know who to personally thank for following us and showing support.
Dixie would sure appreciate it, and so would we.
Day 143 was another dreary, gloomy day with more sad news pouring in.
I managed to get a little more rehab done on my foot, but it was so cold out there. That wind could really cut through you.
So we spent the remainder of the day like every other American, stuck inside playing board games.
Regardless of how many warnings were coming out to shelter in place, we were out of supplies. We simply don't have the capabilities to stay out for 2 weeks at a time. So we decided to hit the road and see how long this travel day could take us.
We have spent the better part of 6 weeks in Arizona, and we were both elated to cross that state line into state number 14 for the Love Hut.
Like most people, when crossing the Nevada state line, there were two places that we had in mind. One, Vegas, obviously not a place for social distancing, but we thought we might still get to see the Hoover Dam.
Due to the coronavirus, we had to make other plans. We kept driving until the Nevada wind suggested that we stop, so we set up camp and broke out our tiny Monopoly game to play in our tiny house.
With all the bad news, the next day came the good news. While Valley of Fire State Park was closed for camping, it was open for day use, so that's where we headed to.
From the very first glimpse of this valley, we knew it was going to be a magical day.
The Valley of Fire derives its name from red sandstone formations, the Aztec sandstone, which formed from shifting sand dunes 150 million years ago. When the sun hits this sandstone in just the right way, it looks like the entire valley is on fire, which I guess is why it's called the Valley of Fire.
The problem with driving around this valley is it's really hard to drive because you just keep wanting to stop and take more pictures because it's a new scenic site around every corner.
We even got to see some bighorn sheep, which we've been on the lookout for weeks now.
This place is so amazing. If it wasn't for the campgrounds being closed down due to health concerns, we definitely would have broken down and paid the fee to catch a sunset in this magical place.
It was what it was, and we knew we couldn't stay. So we got out of there in time to find ourselves a spot that we could stay before the sun went down. The drive out of there was almost as pretty as the drive in, and we found some awesome BLM land right outside the state park lines. We set up camp and hung out for the night.
As you all know, the news is certainly not looking any more positive, but we do have a new beautiful home and we are going to enjoy every moment of it, at least until we need more supplies.
I hope y'all enjoyed that as much as we did.
Yeah, guys, we've had a awesome week. We've gotten quite a bit of traveling in, even though we've been staying still a little bit more than we generally would like to. Y'all stay healthy out there, and just know that we appreciate each and every single one of you. If you haven't already done so, please hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to comment. It's the only way that we know who's watching.
And usually I like to tell you, if you see us on the road, stop and wave. But I'm gonna assume most of you are at home, so y'all just hit that like button instead. See you next week.
Have a good one, guys. Peace out.